Look at everybody all screened up.
Thanks for being here, man.
So glad to
We've
be
known
here.
each other for a long time. You had me on House of Lies, which was
Yes.
great. But you know what? I have to come clean. I do. I owe you an apology.
Come with it.
I do. Because, you text me at the top of the year, I guess.
Yeah.
And you told me that you just got married. And I was like, oh, damn. The pandemic done got to Don and Bridget. I was like, what the hell happened, man?
Right.
And I think I just text something back like, hey, if you're happy, I'm happy for you.
Right,
you know?
right.
Yeah. 'Cause
I was like,
I was
huh?
like, damn.
What's that mean, Wanda?
Yeah, I was like, Cheadle went Hollywood. Because I didn't know that you guys weren't married.
Yeah, I mean, that's understandable given that we'd been together 28 years before we got married.
Right.
I hold you blameless.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Ooh, I felt so bad about that. But I do have a little beef with you because I lost to you on Lip Sync Battle, which I thought was rigged.
That sounds like your problem. Look, I think I told you that night. I think you should have won. But, it's hard when Mace comes on,
I know, yeah.
The judges kind of were like, well, we got to go there. I was flying at the end of it.
Yeah, you went all out. Yeah, you went all out.
Yeah.
And you know what? They suckered us into doing it because they told me that you challenged me,
Right.
and they told you
That you challenged me.
I know.
But then, when I showed up, I don't know if they have a clip of it, but when I showed up and I went for the ceremonial handshake, you were pretty rude about it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I kind of
what's all that about? What's all that about?
That was like, man, it's a Sunday and we here doing this.
We were supposed to remember words.
I know, yeah.
It's tough act.
So I didn't know this about you, but you've done some stand-up.
I'll qualify that and say that when I was in high school, and you've probably performed there in Denver, Colorado. There's a open mic night, and me and my friend were driving by. Knuckleheads in high school, seniors. We're like, I think we could do that. So we literally went home and came up with some act really quick, like where we would dissect the humor of Nancy. I don't know if you guys remember. You guys are all too young, but the Nancy comic strip, how incredibly unfunny it is.
Very unfunny.
The most unfunny. So we would dissect the humor of Nancy and show why it was really, really funny. And we did all this other stuff, and we slammed it together, and we went there that night, and we killed.
Oh.
And we were like, oh, this isn't hard. So we did it again, came back the next weekend, killed it, crushed it. And we weren't even old enough to be in the club at that time. I was 17 years old. And the manager came and said, you guys are pretty good. How about I want you to come back next weekend, do your same stuff. I'm gonna give you the spot. I invited my parents, some friends and stuff. You already know where this is headed. It didn't go so well the next week. That was my last time doing stand-up. There's nothing that compares to dying on stage.
No. Like you couldn't sleep.
There's nowhere to hide.
Yeah, nowhere to hide, yeah.
It was so bad.
And in front of your parents.
That's what I'm saying. It was so bad that they didn't talk about it on the way home. When your parents are talking about other things, like, oh, and then school tomorrow, you guys will have... And when's your game? When's your next game? Yeah, it went bad.
Yeah.
It went bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, like, I did that. It was pretty much the same thing. Like, the first 2 times, killed.
Right.
Then I invited my parents.
Yes,
Bomb
same
silly. But I went back. I had to get that out my system.
See, you have more nerve than I do. The theme to me was don't ever invite your parents to anything.
Anything. Yeah. So when you weren't trying to be funny, you were trying to be a mime, I understand?
Again, let me qualify.
What the hell was that?
We did mime in high school. We did a mime show in high school. In my theater class, our teacher was very...
Oh, Don. Oh, Don.
Oh, like y'all all didn't do mime. Now y'all gotta act like y'all ain't do mime. You know everybody in here did mime.
No one.
Stop it, please.
And you don't tell people. You don't tell people you did mine.
I wasn't gonna tell people. This is your researchers digging up stuff on me and putting it on screen to embarrass me. But I killed in that one. That one was great. I was a fly in that one, and I was the best fly.
Oh, such
so
an
good.
earnest mime, too. You are like, oh my God.
You could tell I was on my way.
Yeah. Man, I'm gonna have to go home and watch like Devil in a Blue Dress and all your great work to get this image out of my head.
I understand. I'm gonna have to do the same thing.
All right. More with Don after this. All right, we're back with my buddy Don Cheadle. Black Monday. Tell everybody what it's about.
It's ever shifting and changing. I mean, it was initially about a group of traders on Wall Street, sort of a group that was put together that probably wouldn't exist, that did the trade that was so toxic that it brought down Wall Street. We were the Black Monday crash. We were responsible for that. And in successive seasons, especially now because of that, and we've lost our ability to be traders, now in this season, which aired in May, we are actually starting to get into the music business and try to figure out how to exploit that business. So, you know, they're always hustlers. They're always trying to figure out how to do something on the low, and that's, you know, that's us.
It's very funny.
Thank
it's very
you.
funny.
We have a
Y'all
lot
should
of
check
fun.
it out if you haven't checked it out.
Yeah.
And you have a new movie coming out, No Sudden Move.
Yes, yes.
And you filmed this during the pandemic.
We did. We filmed this in Detroit during the pandemic, Steven Soderbergh film. And it was really interesting because we had the same, you know, epidemiology team that Steven used on Contagion. So in some ways I trusted them, and then in other ways I was like, you guys are like, this was a documentary and you probably started this whole thing. So it was interesting to work in that. We were the kind of the first movie back, but we got through it, and I think the movie's really, really good. So
Good.
I'm
Okay.
glad everybody got through it safe.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We got to check that out.
For sure.
Definitely, definitely. And okay, I got to ask you one thing before you go. I see Anthony Anderson keeps challenge you to the Big Willie
There
challenge.
you go.
Yeah.
I mean, he did that. No one told him to do that. He just did that.
He's just on his own.
I mean, this whole thing started really with Chris Spencer
Okay.
and Will Smith going back and forth, and then Will famously did his picture. There's Chris. There you go. So there you go. There's Will. So I don't know why he keeps tagging me, other than, you know, during the pandemic when this whole thing started, I started doing push-ups and sit-ups and planks and texting. I'm on this text chain with D.L. Hughley and Anthony Anderson and Cedric the Entertainer and George Lopez and Chris. And it was just kind of to stay accountable to each other so we didn't get the COVID-19 pounds during the pandemic. But I don't know why I'm in the Big Willie Challenge. I mean, obviously, I mean,
Exactly.
I'm held
You win. It's
I won.
easy.
I won the
Yeah,
challenge,
exactly.
and I didn't have to take off my pants and shirt.
Well, Black Monday is on Showtime now, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Andy. Ellen asked me to remind you to subscribe to her channel so you can see more awesome videos, like videos of me getting scared or saying embarrassing things, like ball peen hammer, and also some videos of Ellen and other celebrities, if you're into that sort of thing. Oh! God!